Yo, we finally have received a chill anime for the first time on this series. Don't get me wrong, I love the action-packed shows we recently covered, but it's not every day we get to just talk about a show that's low-key inspiring. So, on today's episode of Binge Time, we'll be covering the anime known as Blue Period. Let's get into it. Our main protagonist, Yatora Yamaguchi, is hanging out with some friends from his school, watching a soccer game. Yatora is a hard-working sophomore who has excellent grades, and most people assume he has his whole life planned ahead of him. The squad shares an art class one day, and the teacher wants them to draw their favorite scenery for an assignment. One of his friends jokes about how his girlfriend's puppies are his favorite scenery. The teacher hears this and is just encouraging it. Why don't you make them real jiggly? Because dogs like to jiggle like jam. I don't know. YouTube, please don't demonetize me. Yatora heads home, and this is where we discover that he feels like he's missing something in life. He disregards the idea of being called a genius and explains that it's the hard work that got him to where he is now. He notices that the pack of cigarettes he has on him was left in his art class, so he heads back to school to go get them. He enters the art classroom to see a big painting that catches his attention. And the blonde girl that he saw from earlier that school day tells him not to touch it. Her name is Ryuji Ayukawa, and she is a member of the art club. She has Yatora's cigarettes, and she hands them back to figure out that the only reason he smokes is because he does it when he's around his friends. Then proceeds to tell him he needs to stop ruining his health for others. This makes Yatora feel some type of way, so he speaks out telling her she should be more concerned about himself rather than talking down to him. Yatora then flames Ryuji for her pursuit in art, saying that its expenses are very high, and she's better off looking for a rich partner.
Dang.
Then the art teacher shows up, and she explains that art school can be very expensive. However, that's just the private schools. This catches Yatora off guard, and he apologizes for his disturbance. Just as he heads out, he questions how can anyone make a living from art, and that he would rather take a safer and ordinary approach in life. The teacher responds by saying that most artists pursue money and that Yatora is personally worried about pleasing people. She also peeps how he hasn't started his art project yet and asks him to show the class his scenery. She wants to know what's valuable to him and not the public. I feel like the dialogue sat with me on a higher level. There are just some careers in life that just aren't guaranteed by universities, and sometimes a promising future may not even seem possible. However, people still work themselves to the brink of failure to make their ideal career come true. Later, Yatora is hanging out with his friends while he is being stomped by the idea that people can't survive by staying true to themselves. Then he realizes that the feelings he has pent up don't belong to him, but to the others around him. Yatora is living to others' expectations to feel a sense of security in his overall life. Yatora looks up at the sky and the buildings around him, admiring the scenery. Everything around him seems blue. Wow, it's a blue period. Wow. The next day at school, Yatora helps one of the art students, Mori, by carrying her stuff to class. She is the one who painted the green skin ladies. Yatora tells her that she's very talented, but she explains that she just spends more time thinking about art than others in her class. She also explains that calling it a talent will make it seem like she didn't work hard for her skill. Then Yatora starts to get down in art class.
Like so. Episode.
Yo, this man really drew. Why are y'all staring at it? Moving on. His friends then figure out that it's a drawing of Shibuya in the early morning. Yatora tears up because he felt like this was the first real conversation he's ever had with someone. He was actually able to express his feelings without verbally speaking them out. The school day is about to come to an end, and Yatora gets a text from Ryuji to help in art club after school. They get to the room, and as they are helping out, the teacher is impressed by Yatora's work. She asks him to stay and paint with the club, but Yatora says he can't because he has to head home to study. But over time, Yatora is drawing anything within his sight. He isn't too sure as to why he's doing it. He's drawing off of instinct. He goes back to his art teacher to show his sketches to her and ask for advice. She gives him some advice, and before they leave, Yatoro asks what's the point of going to art school when there is no guaranteed life from it. She gives multiple reasons, such as looking at works done by other students, resources that you gain from the school, and opportunities to showcase your work and learn new techniques. However, not going to school doesn't mean you can't paint. She tells them that adults normally say that passions should be left as a hobby. However, it's only natural to put your all into something you're passionate about. Yatoro feels her words and admits to not being confident enough in his own work. He then asks her, does she think he could get into an art school? There's no 100% guaranteed. Sometimes you just gotta work towards what you want to do in life. Enough wisdom aside, be sure to check out Blue Period for yourself. Like I said before, it's nothing action-packed, it's just a clean and smooth anime. There was a lot more episodes I wanted to cover. However, I felt like that would be a spoil to certain aspects of the show. However, there are many plot points within the show that just feel realistic. If you also want to read the manga, that's cool too, because the manga is very good. Whichever you choose to do, check out Blue Period. Also, I have a quick and important announcement to make, so stay tuned for that. If you guys like this video, please be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content. And we'll see you next time. What is good, Marvelous fam? Hope you guys are having a great day today. Follow me on Twitch. I stream weekly on Twitch. However, I haven't been streaming recently because I've been having internet connection problems, so I might have to cancel the Kingdom Hearts series, unfortunately. However, I will bring it to the channel. Follow me on all social media. Links will be in the description below to stay updated. To end off this announcement, there is a new series coming to the channel. I'm going to be working on this series as diligently as possible. And I already know it's going to be a lot of writing, a lot of scripting, a lot of editing. And yeah, I think that's it.